She totally is. Big plan.
This is new to everyone. We have not announced any of this.
I bet it's something having to do with a baby.
I was just about to start this vlog and Landon said, hold on, you need to go get the grease off my forehead. I feel like a shining light bulb. Yes, I just snorted, and yes, I'm still sick. If you saw my post on Instagram yesterday, or today, I stayed home from church because I am sick, and Porter was a little bit sick too. So, we are going to do a Q&A today. Thank you all so much for your questions. There were so many. We want to try and get through as many as we can, but give good answers. So, does your forehead still feel like a big grease ball?
Yes.
We have realized something over the past while. Landon can no longer drink
Soda.
pop.
Nope.
Every time he has, his forehead breaks out.
No more soda
No more
for the rest
pop
of
for
my
you,
life.
Unless you want acne for the rest of your life.
No. I'll let you start.
First question by Natasha Funk 719. Are the kids' names based off family names or preference? So basically about our kids' names.
Good question.
Emma was, when Landon and I met, we worked together as CNAs at an assisted living center, and there was this sweet old lady named Emma that we both just like fell in love with. That's where we fell in love. And we just really liked her, and we liked the name. So it was just kind of a given. We just knew that that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, Cooper was a little different. We could not come up with a boy name. Boy names are hard. But we came up with a couple of names. Neither of us could settle on one, and finally I decided.
He came up with it out of the middle
Cooper.
of nowhere. It was out of the middle of nowhere, and I didn't really like it, but it kind of grew on me. And he's definitely Cooper.
It fits him, yeah.
Yeah. And Porter comes from two different places. I have a cousin named Porter, and so I've always liked that name.
Mm-hmm.
And Landon wanted to name him something based off of like Missouri, just because we live out here in Missouri. And you can...
Porter, yeah, so he's named after Orrin Porter Rockwell, who was a mountaineer, kind of a...
back in the 1800s.
Yeah, back in the 1800s. So he's buried out this way. Actually, I
don't know if he was buried here.
I'll find one. I haven't even looked at any of these yet.
Will we be coming to CVX Live in August? Honestly, I don't know. Like, as of right now, it's not the plan.
Is that an invitational thing? Do you have to be invited to CVX?
Well, we can, like, show up to it, like, with, like, just tickets, like, just go to it. We don't have any plans as of right now, but things might change in the future.
Never know.
Should we answer the question that almost everyone has asked us? There's two different ones.
I'll bet it's something having to do with a baby. I haven't looked at any of these yet.
Do we want more kids? Well, I definitely don't feel complete with 3 kids. And if you watched our beginning of the year, like New Year goals and resolutions, we definitely want another baby.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Ellie and I have been talking for a year now that we want to have a baby together. And as all you know who follow Ellie Meekum, she is right there ready to have a baby. And so, after we get the triathlon done in June, then I think we might start trying. So, I mean, yeah, I don't want to get pregnant while I'm training for this triathlon. So, we'll wait till at least the middle of June, and then we'll go from there.
Woohoo.
And as far as the number of kids we want, we'll just, I mean, one at a time, like.
Unless you have twins.
Yeah, I don't feel complete now, but I want a 4th baby, and we'll just see after that how things are going. So.
Yeah.
Emma is playing with trains in the kitchen.
What sport do you want all the kids to play when they're older?
You want them to play soccer?
I at least want Emma to play soccer, for sure.
They're signed up for soccer. They are.
Oh yeah, they don't know about that yet.
I haven't really told them yet.
I'm signed up to be their coach.
I signed up for soccer.
She totally hears everything. All right, yep, good job, sis. You're signed up for soccer. And guess who's going to be your coach?
Who?
Guess.
You?
Me.
Yep, that'll be the coach.
Yes.
The little soccer coach.
That'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Maybe we'll combine a few questions here. Someone asked, where do you see us in the next 5 years? Are we going to move back to Utah? And then someone asked something about Landon's education. So basically, Landon is currently done with his education. Mm-hmm. Take it away, Landon.
Okay.
Tell them your plan.
Big plan.
This is new to everyone. We have not announced any of this on our vlogs. New information.
That's true. All right. So yes, our plans are...
Landon is currently studying to take the GRE exam, which is an entrance exam.
Studying is a light term. I have not really studied
It
much.
has been very hard for him to get back into the studying routine. He graduated in December with his MBA, and since then it's been really hard to get back into studying. This is an entrance exam to get into a graduate program.
So what I want to do is a PhD in health promotion, education, health sciences of some sort, with the idea being to eventually be a professor at a university. So
I would say the 8 passengers, he's a professor, they have a pretty good life. Like, I don't know, we've just looked at doing the whole professor thing, and we think that would fit us.
More of a lifestyle thing than anything.
With that being said, he'll take the exam in the summer, apply next January to a program, and then hopefully, like for the fall of 2018. So, in a year from now, next summer, when we might be moving.
Should know where we're going.
We don't know where that will be. We'll apply to schools in Utah and
elsewhere.
So we don't know it. So wherever we get into, or when I say we as a family, but of course him, people will give me crap for that, I know that. Someone else also asked, why are we living here in Missouri? Why did we move away from family? It all originally began back when we moved out here for medical school. We didn't finish that out. That's a whole long story, not a big deal. We're happy where we are.
Hey, policeman Cooper, what's your favorite movie?
PJ Masks.
PJ Masks.
The PJ Masks.
Who is your favorite princess?
Belle.
Did you see Beauty and the Beast with Mom on Friday? That was so fun, huh? A couple people have asked me about nursing school. Some people said that they're going into nursing school for the first time. Do I have any tips? And why did I do that? Honestly, I don't know why I chose nursing. I worked as a CNA because that program was offered in my high school and I really liked it, and so I just kind of moved up in that same field. My tips as far as nursing school goes, I would say find a good friend or a group of friends that you can laugh with, cry with, and study with. The other thing I wish I would have done was gotten a little journal from the beginning and wrote down like funny stories that happen or things that I did as a nurse, because there's some things that you do and it's like, I'd have never thought I'd been doing that before. Or just like funny stuff that you can always remember, obviously without breaking HIPAA violations. Good luck to all those who are going into nursing school. I think it is well worth it. Landon, what do you not like about Julie? Go ahead, say it. It's kind of grumpy this weekend, and I'm sorry. I don't want to answer that. Okay, we'll just not answer that. But she also asks, Julie, what is your favorite thing about Landon? And there are several things I like about Landon. He's a hard worker. He's honest in all his doings. Like, literally, he is honest. He will not lie to you. He doesn't like unfinished projects. He's a hard worker. He's a good people person. He's good at talking to people and making people feel comfortable. So, there's a lot. Those are just a few. Who is your favorite Canadian? Olivia, you're my favorite Canadian. This is my friend Olivia. Yes, you're my favorite Canadian. Someone asked me, what is your ideal day? My ideal day would consist of waking up at 7:30, because that would be considered sleeping in for us. Wake up together as a family, have a good breakfast, get a chore done in the house, get outside for fresh air, have Landon surprise me and come home early from work for once. Hint, hint, if your boss is listening, have him get home early. That would make my day. There was something else. Have a good, just like a home good cooked meal, which we do often. Be able to laugh and play with the kids and teach the kids, and no fighting in the day with the kids, no yelling at the kids. That would be an ideal day.
So pretty much that never happens. How do you keep Emma busy? I don't know if it's this with all oldest siblings, but I feel like oldest siblings are really good at entertaining themselves. So Emma is very good at role-playing with herself, playing house. You guys have watched some of the vlogs where she's just taking the camera and she is...
I think it's the age though too. It hasn't always been like that. She's got it as she's gotten older. Like right now she's playing with a set of wood trains. Earlier she was coloring all day.
Speaking of, you heard us talking about you?
No.
Yeah.
Cinderella asks, how many siblings do you and Landon have? And we each come from family of 5 siblings on each side. His is just opposite of mine. He's got 4 brothers and 1 sister. On my side, it's 4 girls and 1 brother. She also asked favorite memory of Landon and I, and I'll answer this question while he's downstairs, and then we'll have him answer and see what he says. And this is just something very simple, but I kicked myself for not recording this because I told myself many times to record this and I never did. When Landon and I were first married, we worked at the hospital together, but we didn't always work the same shift and we only had 1 car. So on multiple occasions at 11:30 at night, either he or I would drive up to work and wait in the parking lot until the other person came down the elevators and walked out to the car. And I just remember thinking, sitting in the car waiting for him to get off work, like, I just want to record him, like, getting off work and getting into the car. And I never did, and I should have. But I think just working together and having lunch breaks together, riding our bikes to work together, just those, like, newly married, like, days when we were both going to college. Which, someone asked, where did we go to college? That was in Utah, in Ogden, Utah. Do you have a favorite memory of us?
Of us? Oh yeah, I have lots of fun memories. She is the only one of our sister-in-laws, of my brothers and their wives, that's scuba certified. So Julie and I both certified scuba divers, and I love going down.
It is fun to be able to do that.
Yeah, I love going down in the ocean.
Who can say that they've kissed 60 feet under the water?
There's lots of people who have asked, well, what do your kids think? Do they want to move back to Utah?
I do.
You do? Why?
Because I miss my cousins.
What kind of cousins do you miss?
All of them.
All of them.
Good answer.
Yes.
What is y'all's favorite thing to do in the summer? Anything you see our family doing. They are out four-wheeling. They're out. This isn't summer, but like snow skiing, like camping. They're out doing all that kind of stuff in the summer. And here in Missouri, there's nowhere to do that. We don't have the means to do it. We don't have the vehicles, the places to go four-wheeling. But anything you see my family do, we want to do that. And we like doing that kind of stuff, and we miss it.
I'm back from work.
Yep, I grew up rock climbing a lot, mountain biking a lot, so mountain play is the way we
miss
play.
it. We do.
Yep.
How are you able to keep the house so clean with 3 kiddos? Well, I am constantly down on my knees picking up, which is why I wear sweatpants most of the time, because I don't want the knees of my jeans to wear out, because I'm constantly mopping up the floor or cleaning up, picking up. I just do it all day.
Yep.
I think this is fun. Hadley Finn says, what was a harder transition for you guys? Going from 1 to 2 kids or from 2 to 3? And I don't really have an answer for that, but I will explain both of them. When I went from Emma to Cooper, Cooper was born, and exactly 2 weeks later, we flew out here to Missouri and moved away from family and everyone. Yeah. But it was weird because I felt like I transitioned very well into a new state. I just made lots of friends. I went out, I went to the park, I went on play dates. Like, I just tried to get to know people, and to me, it wasn't like hard. It was just kind of a big blur now that I look at it. So it wasn't that difficult for me. And then when we went from Cooper to having Porter, that was in the same time that Landon was transitioning from like no school or work. So he was around a lot more during that period, so he was able to help a lot. I would still probably say that was the hardest, just because 3 kids is more than 2, and that, I don't know. But it wasn't difficult, just because you just happened to be home a little bit more during that time frame.
I think the hardest transition is from 0 to 1, because you go from like...
You have to work around naps, and that's always hard, working around naps. What is our favorite thing about vlogging? I would say our number 1 thing is keeping these memories like forever. We watched the video of Porter being born a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember Cooper being that little. Like, Cooper was so little in there, and Emma's little voice, like being able to look back and see how little they were. Yeah, you were just a baby. Watching them grow up. Oh my goodness.
And then they get to be grumpy babies.
Grumpy. Oh my.
Don't smile. Oh jeez.
Oh my gosh, now he's putting on a show.
Oh, and it's just fun to be able to do it kind of as a family too, you know, something that, you know, it's I guess something that we can do together. But we love sharing what we do in our lives, and it's basic and it's normal and it's fun. And it's just fun for us to share that with all of you guys too.
Emma Green 65, are my kids picky eaters? I would not classify them as picky eaters. They have their battles. Tonight they didn't necessarily eat what was on their plate. But I mean, it's a hit and miss. But overall, they eat a variety of foods, and I wouldn't consider them picky.
So yeah, our kids are not necessarily picky eaters. They'll eat mostly anything. In fact, we just did this Bean Boozled challenge, right? And they were eating the most disgusting stuff. And they
like
were just
raw
like
fish.
It was nothing.
Yeah. Well, that just goes to show that if they'll eat those nasty jelly beans, then they sure as heck can eat my enchiladas for dinner.
Seriously.
So I will leave an iCard up above. Go ahead and go watch that. Thank you all so much.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they're cute. Thank you all so much for all the questions. We hope we got to most of them. I know we weren't able to answer all of them, but thank you. We appreciate it, and I hope you all have a good week, and we will see you guys next time.